Hello there. How are you doing? I hope that your day is going well so far. I'm Jacqueline, and if you're joining me for the first time, you're welcome to Beyond Existing. In my previous video, I believe I spoke about the difference between living life fully and merely getting by. And I posed a couple of questions that required some deeper reflection. You can check it out and also ask yourself those questions. Today, like I said last time, we'll start looking at those practical everyday tips and steps that we can take to go beyond just getting by in life and to live a fuller life of abundance. See, if you're not happy about or excited about your state of being 85 to 90% of the time, then it is really time to make well-needed changes. So we're just going to jump right into it, and I believe you'll be better for it. My first recommendation, not really tip, but I would recommend, start and end your day with a daily dose of vitamin G, gratitude. We cannot even begin to enumerate or imagine how much gratitude impacts our lives. Gratitude is that feeling that spontaneously wells up from within us. But believe me, sometimes it may not well up, but we can cultivate. We can inculcate gratitude in our lives, because grateful living is more worth it than you can begin to imagine. It's a choice that we can make. We can choose to be grateful or not to be grateful. We can choose to value our gifts and blessings, or we can choose to take them for granted. I'm sure you've heard so much about this, but our lives can be likened to a glass cup. Sometimes, depending on your perspective, this glass cup has some water. Some will see this glass cup as half full, and some will see it as half empty. That is the way our life is. There are days when we think, so much is going on. Very well, our cup is half full, and there are days we think nothing is happening and it is half empty. I personally love those great days of gratefulness, almost full, the days that the fullness is hovering almost to the brim and about to overflow. But the truth is this, in all humility and with age and experience, I have come to understand that those feelings of fullness are not consistent, they are not predictable, and they are not assured. Because that's what life is all about, unpredictability. No matter how much we try, as humans, we cannot tell what tomorrow will bring. We can only plan and imagine and hope, right? So what being grateful does in your life is that we can focus our attention on life itself and on how we should value it. So, irrespective of whatever it is, being grateful for simply having a glass, that life, in this case, life, is the key, because without it, being half full or half anything wouldn't matter, right? So, every single day, wake up with that joy of being alive, the joy of life. We can learn to focus our attention and acknowledge that our life is a precious gift. And even in the most challenging times, living gratefully makes us aware of and available to the opportunities that abound. Opportunities to learn and to grow, and to extend ourselves with care and with compassion towards others. Grateful living is supported by daily practices, by tools and habits and mindfulness and behavior that can be inculcated and applied to many parts of our lives. Yes, believe me. There are times we all want to grumble about things that are not going well. But what happens in such a situation is when we focus on that, whatever you focus on multiplies, becomes bigger and bigger, and you keep giving it life. So why don't we focus on grateful living, on being grateful for no matter what? Because that will multiply it, right? Small grateful acts every day uplifts us. Makes a difference, not just for us, but even for those around us. And there are honestly immense benefits to be derived from grateful living in so many aspects of our lives. So let's just look through a couple of these benefits. What benefits? It makes us happier, yes, because when you feel that things are going good, you'll be happier. There is never a time in your life that things will not be ripples in the water, that things will not go the way that you haven't planned it. But focusing on the good aspects of it actually will make you feel better. I'll give you one example. Sometime earlier this week, I wasn't feeling all that. I wasn't feeling top of myself because of certain things that were happening around me. And I was almost, so you see, we can train ourselves to move our thoughts. I was almost focusing on all the little things that didn't seem to be going right and what this person is doing and what that. And then I told myself, Jacqueline, mind switch. Don't spend your energy in things that are not productive. And that was simply wasting my time focusing on what was not going right. And funny enough, I managed I don't want to go into details or name names, but I managed to see the silver lining in what was going on. And I was so surprised on how once I was able to find that silver lining, it lifted me up so much within me. Maybe nobody will see me, but I felt far more buoyant because I searched and was able to reflect and find a silver lining in what was going on. Now that is what I mean by small grateful acts. Being able to switch off that negative button and being able to try to reset our mind. So it not only makes us happier, it makes better relationships. Yes, gratitude helps us form better union and relationships with people. It affects our health in so many dimensions: mental health, spiritual health, physical health, and all because we are healthier when we are happier. Gratitude is almost synonymous to be happy. Remember, nobody else can make you happy. Happiness, you cannot buy it in the stores. You can acquire it for yourself and only by yourself. We can experience momentary bursts of joy or happiness by, going on a shopping spree for people who that matters a lot to, or doing something temporary. But it will fizzle away. So how do you sustain that sense of joy? How do you sustain it in your life? How do you live a good life without having to, if you have an endless bottom of money, pots of money to spend on the shopping spree every day to buoy up yourself, well, good for you. But not all of us are given that. So we have to really reach deep in. And by the way, remember I told you that money doesn't buy joy. You've seen miserable wealthy people, right? So that sustenance that gratitude gives us cannot be bought in stores. Gratitude makes you a more effective person. Be you a manager or an employee, it increases your decision-making capabilities, it makes you more productive, and it makes your working environment a friendlier and a more enabling environment. Gratitude strengthens our positive emotions, right? Because when you are grateful, you are not focusing on all the negatives. You're not focusing on all the things that are going wrong. You're not focusing on the impossibilities. It reduces feelings of envy. Yes, believe me, it does. Because gratitude makes you contented. Listen, that doesn't mean you shouldn't aspire to acquire more to grow and to improve. That's not what I'm saying here. But it helps us cultivate a feeling of contentment within ourselves. It helps us build happier memories and lets us, it lets us experience good feelings and helps us bounce back from stress. Yes, I could talk about so many benefits of gratitude. Gratitude develops our personality. And I keep on telling young parents, start teaching your children gratitude from a very early age. It will make a lot of difference in their lives. It makes us more optimistic about life. And when we are more optimistic about life, we get more out of it. The act of gratitude is that act of focusing on what is good in our lives. If we perceive that the life we're living has more positives than negatives, automatically we will also believe, which is hope, that our future life has greater potentials for good. So why not start teaching these ones at a very early age? By the way, part of my profession involves managing early years. So this is something I would like to transfer to young children of nowadays as much as I possibly can. And gratitude reduces materialism. Truly, it does, because you're contented with what you have, and it increases our spiritual well-being. If your spiritual, mental part is not well, you are not, no matter how physically good you might look. So a total well-grounded and a well-rounded person, that's what gratitude helps achieve. It makes us less self-centered and also lifts our self-esteem. I've noticed that those moments I'm able to express gratitude, whether spontaneously or deliberately, I find my energy level is high and I'm more resilient to withstand whatever it is that is coming, because every day we get either battered and life just generally happens, and sometimes not in ways we expect it to happen. I could go on and on about the benefits of living a grateful life. Frankly speaking, I believe that we all, no matter what level or stage we are in our lives, we can all benefit from making an effort to practice gratitude every single day. Now, there are 3 simple steps that can help anyone, just about anyone, to start feeling more grateful and to appreciate the good things in their lives. First, notice the good things. Don't just go through life without some will say smelling the roses and the coffee, right? Notice the good things around you. Look out for them. Appreciate them. Noticing the good things in your life could start by the creature comforts that you have. Like, I love bursts of color. They kind of make me happy. They make, my space vibrant and lively. So notice those things. Tune into the small everyday details of your life and things like nature. It's a bright sunny day. Enjoy it. Right? Your plant is blooming nicely. Admire it and enjoy it. Those little things give you that dopamine, that good feel about yourself and about life in itself, right? Absorb and pay attention. When you notice these things, savor them. Start a gratitude journal. It doesn't have to be anything fabulous, but making a commitment to write down good things that are going on, things that you're grateful for, matter. If you're not used to the habit, you could start one. It could be any little exercise. It doesn't have to be something big. You don't have to make a whole long list of things you're grateful for. It could just be a few things. For example, here I wrote, I think, Wednesday, 6th April, if you don't mind my reading to you. I'm grateful for taking a brisk walk, 15 minutes brisk walk today. I'm grateful for my life and for being a vessel of light. I'm grateful for family prayers. I'm grateful for the ability to reflect and to act upon my reflections. I'm grateful that I get to go to work. So sometimes our things that we're grateful for are not necessarily material things. The state of being, your health, your family, those little things, the people around you. I think today I wrote, Friday 8th February, sorry, not February, April, Friday 8th April, I wrote, I'm grateful it's Friday and a half day at work. I'm grateful for my present state of health. I'm grateful for my very supportive husband. I'm grateful for a supportive work team. So see, these things, when you take the time to know, absorb, and pay attention and savor them, they give you a good feeling, right? Even the food you eat, we say the grace when we're eating right. Sometimes you don't have to make a ceremony of it. It's not about being religious, but about the fact that there is something on the table. When you think of the mere fact that there are some who are going without, that's the real truth. That's the world we live in. So we should appreciate the fact that we have it. And when the food is good, whoever made it, you made it, savor it. Wow, this is really great. I must remember to make it like this. Or whoever made it, thank them. Appreciate them. Express your gratitude to yourself by writing it down like I had said, or by thanking someone. Expressing gratitude is not just mere courtesy. Because what it means is you are noticing, you are appreciating, absorbing, and savoring it, right? So it's not just about saying thank you. It goes way more than that, and it actually creates a cycle of good. So if someone does something good to you or for you, appreciate them. Not just by saying thank you. Sometimes it could be by a little note, a thank you note, an appreciation note, a little token of appreciation, or you can even pay it forward by also expressing that good act or in one way or the other to someone. Please, gratitude is not about paying back. Please don't get that mixed up. But gratitude is about appreciating the good things that go on in your life. And you'll be surprised that when you start counting your blessings and naming them one by one, it will surprise you how much you are blessed, right? And it's about, if you're not already doing this act of journaling and noting the things to be grateful for, try it. Believe me, when you start it, you would love it. You will see that feeling, and that is the kind of feeling you want to have every day. So multiply that feeling, consistent feeling. You are creating a cycle of good in your life. Well, I can continue, but I'd rather stop here. So remember, the first recommendation is take your daily dose of vitamin G, morning and evening. Now, don't forget to like, to share, to follow my channel for more heart-to-heart recommendations that can make our lives better. Now, you never know, by sharing this, it's caring for someone else, and you never know who you might bless with today's talk. I do look forward to seeing you next time. Take care of yourself and stay blessed.